You can see the 3 ski jumps from almost anywhere in Lahti, but on this August weekend, the jumping stays on the hills. The Lahti Historic Rally, round 3 of the FIA EHRC Gravel Championship, is not the Finland famous for flying over gravel. Something else counts here: speed. More of it than on any other round of the calendar. The roads through the forests and fields around Lahti are wide and hard-packed. No ruts form on them. Corners are taken in 5th gear, and on the straights, the engine hits the limiter in 6th. But only one line is clean. Beside it lies loose gravel, and beyond that, a ditch on either side. Add crests where you cannot see which way the road goes next. The locals have driven here since childhood. The visitors have to trust their pace notes. 14 stages over 2 days, starting and finishing at the harbour. Jari-Matti Latvala returns in the Toyota Celica after 2 years without a finish in Lahti. It rained before the rally. The rain packed the gravel down, and dry weather arrived for the competition days. Cars from 40 and 50 years ago got the conditions that anyone who sits behind their wheel dreams of. Welcome to Lahti.
I would say this is probably the fastest event in the calendar. The biggest, highest average speeds. And the roads are very big, wide, and of course here you have to pick up the lines a little bit, and then also the crests.
Very, very fast. I never seen so fast stages before. But I'm sure it makes fun.
Le prove speciali sono bellissime, velocissime, ti sembra di giocare alla PlayStation, ce ne sono alcune più tecniche, alcune più scorrevoli, ma veramente davvero un bel rally.
So this will be my 4th Lahti. We were here in 2019 and 22 in the Datsuns, and then last year and this year in the Escorts. So yeah, the roads look really, really good. They look really fast. Fortunately, not a lot of jumps, which I don't really like, but so it looks really good.
We're not used in all of these crests. There are so many crests. Now to keep the right lines on the stages, because if you go a little bit off line, because you are going very fast, it's very slippery.
But yeah, when we did the recce, I mean, it's really, really difficult to assess whether the corner will be 3rd, 4th or 5th gear. You just don't know, because a lot of these stages you have speed limit of 40 kilometers an hour, so really difficult to assess the speed you will reach with a rally car, and it's hard to know until it's too late. So you need to be cautious. The stage is very clean, or the line is clean, but the rest is very loose. So if you go off the line, you're off the road, basically. And if you are off the road because you have 2 big ditches on both sides from start to finish, by the time you reach a field or a tree, you miss 1 or 2 wheels anyway. So
nie powtarzają się żadne odcinki, które były 2 lata temu, ale no w Finlandii te odcinki są rewelacyjne, są twarde, zbite, nie tworzą się kolejne, więc jeździ się naprawdę fantastycznie.
And so yeah, these super fast stages are not really suited to our car, but we are trying to do our best. We're looking forward to it, and yes, it will be good.
Tak Lahti pro mě mnoho znamená, protože jsem lyžař a několikrát se tady už konalo mistrovství světa v klasickém lyžování. Z toho důvodu Lahti je moje taková doména. Pěkně se s ním jezdí, jak dobře víš, už je to mnoho let, co s ním jezdíme, a hlavně, aby jsme viděli cíl a užili jsme si jakoby ten závod.
Najważniejsze w każdym rajdzie jest być na mecie, no.
To win. No, the most important thing is that everything is going well, because next week we have the rally in Sweden.
So I think finding the balance, driving fast, enjoying, but not pushing too much to the limits, let's say this way. There are some now very fast local guys who have also done this rally in the past. I think there is Juuso Metsälä, Kari Kivenet have been driving very, very fast, but also Chris with with the Subaru?
No, there's no pressure. I mean, he will win it. He will win it definitely. I mean, when I see him on the entry list here and Sweden, forget about the overall classification. I'm only looking for the class, the category, and potentially the two-wheel drive trophy. But for the overall, I think it will be really, really difficult.
It's been a really nice day. I mean, really enjoyed the driving. Car was feeling good. No really issues, just a small minor things, you know, but didn't really affect for the performance. And yeah, you know, just relaxed feeling and really loving the roads over here. Weather was also very pleasant, very nice. So it's been really nice day. And at the top of the I would say the cherry on the top of the cake was doing the super special stage on my old military place where I used to be serving 20 years ago. Of course, the experience helps. That is for sure, and especially in Finland, you know, it's the home event. So, and even in Rally Finland, you can see that it's always very difficult for the foreigners to come for the first time and do well. So, yes, there is for sure it is helping me. I have to say, I don't know how much, but yes, there is some advantage. Let's say second stage on Saturday. It's called Perinkää. It's quite interesting. I have driven it 6 years ago. I didn't remember it so well, but there's some really interesting sections. So I would like to get the nice flow on that.
The first 3 stages were very nice, much better than I expected, and we had a good flow. And the times which we can reach with the car were okay. So that makes me happy, and I'm looking forward for the next loop.
Very fast, very fast. Great fun. The stages, the road conditions are brilliant. Yeah, the stages are great, just really fast. So just pedal to the middle and keep it on the road. Look, in the main, yeah, look, second was great. The stages are still fantastic. They're a little bit more chopped up and soft, but look, great fun. Still really good fun. I really enjoyed it. It's very fast, but geez, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, a lot of fun. Definitely, yeah, no, look, our times are really good. Very happy with our times. Other than that last little Mickey Mouse stage where handbrake got stuck on, probably lost 10 seconds trying to get the handbrake to go off, but it's only a Mickey Mouse stage. We'll make that time up tomorrow.
Here we had quite nice fights with opponents, so yeah, it was very nice, and we are looking forward to next day. And how can I summarize our results from today? We are in good position in category 4, and also we are in quite good position in two-wheel drive category, so we will try to keep the rhythm, keep the speed.
The second loop was nice. It was a pity that the special stage number 5 was cancelled because of an accident. Yeah, but I hope that the people are well. They
No, nebylo nám přáno spatřit cíl, a to z důvodu, že se nám rozbil motor. To zřejmě asi se poškodila klika, nebo se poškodil prostě píst s ojnicí, prostě něco je špatně. No nicméně prostě pokračujeme dál, v pondělí přehodíme motor a ve Švédsku snad to bude dobrý. Jo, takže prostě jo, závod to byl moc pěkný, ale prostě ta třešnička na dortu nebyla.
Yeah, it was nice. That was nice, yeah.
Quite good actually. Towards the end of the stage, it's like a long left-hander in the forest, and there was a lot of gravel, and then there was like you know, the anti-cuts also in the. And at the braking, I already lost the car a bit. Like I was a long time going. So okay, it wasn't crazy moment yet, but I mean, I was like, is it turning? Is it turning? Is it turning? It's sliding a long time. Steering rack is broke and the steering rack stuck too. It's basically the steering column. So just for the steering, better to try to fix it and take some penalty while try to drive it with the broken steering bracket.
Today's going great. I feel a bit slower today for some reason, but our times, Jesus behind us is doing a lot faster times than we are. But yeah, look, it's going well. It's just trying to make sure we get through to the end.
For me, first time in Finland was a bit difficult because the roads are very fast. But after a while, you get into the flowing roads and over the crests, you get used to it. So we got a bit better in the end, but we had no big mistakes, no spins, no accidents. So we're happy to be here because we're going to Sweden next weekend. So we're really happy to make it to the finish and nice to be here.
Actually, the driving style, because in Greece we have another kind of roads, not so wide and not so high speed corners. Here we use more 4th and 5th gear. In Greece we have 1, 2, 3 mostly. So this was the demanding, the high speed corners.
I love those roads. They are fast, they are flowing. You have to really treat it like a racetrack and keep the speed up, and the recce has to be perfect. That you don't have, you can't make a mistake. You can't be too fast anywhere because you have tracks on the roads and the road seems so wide, but if you miss the track, then you have just a bit more time to think about what you did wrong, but you're going off anyway.
It's not so easy, no. We have on the first stage we have a problem. We go out because the rear axle, the bit was broken, so we had to wait. We changed it in about 1.5 hours, but it's no rally more, so we only can start today morning.
Oggi è stata una bella giornata, una seconda giornata che è partita abbastanza in progressione, poi abbiamo avuto dei piccoli problemi agli ammortizzatori anteriori e al motorino d'avviamento che abbiamo più o meno risolto. Il secondo loop delle prove è andato abbastanza bene, ma abbiamo un po' tirato i remi in barca.
Yeah, it was just perfect. We had no problems whatsoever with from technical side. We had no dramas on the road, so we were driving carefully, and we are happy. We are somewhere in top 20, so we are happy with our result.
The whole run has been fantastic. I mean, we enjoyed it from the beginning to the end. The stages are really awesome. It really requires a lot of commitment. If you slow down, you are off the tracks and you're off the road. So it's really demanding. A lot of concentration is required.
Myślę, że był rewelacyjny. Zacząłem się przyzwyczajać do samochodu, przede wszystkim do szybkości. W Polsce nie ma takich szutrów, żeby jeździć tak szybko. Tutaj jednak przy tych 140, 150 czasami trzeba po tych zakrętach przejeżdżać. No, wymagające było panowanie nad swoimi odruchami, żeby nie przegiąć. Myślę, że nie można za szybko poczuć, że się umie dobrze jeździć po tym szutrze, bo to może doprowadzić do takich rzeczy jak parę aut, które były w drzewach.
De rally ha estat una meravella perquè és una experiència única córrer a Finlàndia. És un rally especial, de gran velocitat, que ho has escoltat sempre, t'ho han explicat sempre, que Finlàndia és una cosa especial. Fins que no estàs dintre del cotxe, dintre d'aquests trams, no t'ho pots imaginar. Realment és un rally icònic, és un rally d'aquells que costarà no tornar-hi.
I was definitely happy. It was important today to beat to beat Jesus. Unfortunately, Jesus had a bit of an off, but he came back. No, look, it was really good, and sorry to him for his little off, but easy to do. I'm in a good mood for Sweden. The car's all in one piece and I'm okay. I've been battling influenza all week. My team's all got it as well, so hopefully we'll be all good for next week.
So we set the first stage time quite behind what we were able to do, I think. And from then on we started to improve a bit, and I learned how the grip of the tire is and how to go the curves and the crests. So we are quite happy because we finally finished 6th overall and 5th in the category. So for the European Historic Rally Championship we have quite a few points after Acropolis, and the car is complete, so we are heading to Sweden, and we're enjoying our Scandinavian trip. With my daughter Matilda, it was the first time for her as a co-driver in this car and on gravel, so considering all the facts, we are very happy. We are feeling like we got the trophy, so we are very happy.
Well, it was a good rally for us. We had a bit of difficult start of the season. We did a few small rallies and always something happened, but now today and yesterday everything went perfect. So really happy, and we had a good team and excellent co-driver, good car. Well, it's for me, I'm always been the front wheel drive guy, so I would find it more difficult to drive rear wheel drive. So but of course, yeah, it's not easy to start uphill places and the others clean the other lines than where I would like to drive. So, but yeah, it's good fun. It's really good fun.
Oh, the rally was absolutely unbelievable. You know, from we came here on Monday night, even the people at Border Force knew we were here for the rally, and they're so welcoming. And that set a precedent for what we experienced all week. The friendliness of the Finnish people to welcome us to their country. The stages today, I think, were faster. Yeah, definitely. The stages yesterday were fast, but the ones today were even a bit faster. I think we were in the limiter a number of times in 6th gear. So when you're doing that in gravel and on the longer ratio diff, you know you're in a fast place. Like, but no, it's fantastic, and the way the weather held together for us as well. Like, with no rain out there, was brilliant. It made it a brilliant weekend. The family's here with me as well, and they've had a fantastic time as well. It just shows you the welcoming of the Finnish people. Like, it was really good.
Thank you very much. It feels really nice because last 2 years, 2024 and 25, we retired with technical issues. So I thought that now this year we would need to see the finish, and we had small issues. Today we had to do some welding for the car because the steering rack, the bracket of the steering rack had basically broke, and the guys who were working on the service did a great job, but we were 7 minutes late. We got the 1 minute 10 seconds of penalty, but luckily we have enough margin that we could take it easy and do that job properly rather than rushing too much.
Yeah, so for the rest of the season, next week, actually, we make the short journey across the Baltic Sea over to Sweden for the East Sweden Historic Rally in Linköping. A new event for us in the FIA Historic Department, so we're very excited to see that. Great opportunity for our competitors to enjoy the smooth gravel roads of Sweden, a different feeling to Finland, but not so different.